we would talk about our real phobias, but then we might have somebody actually try and taunt us with the phobias that we really
Probably
have.
would.
Yeah, that could be that could be really, really bad.
That would be awful.
Yeah.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Chuck Rogers. I'm a licensed professional counselor and a licensed marriage and family therapist.
And a great one at that.
Oh, thank you, Keith.
And I'm Keith Dunn, and I am a network engineer.
And I tell you each and every week how wonderful he is. He makes my life so much better.
Yeah, be sure and go back and watch all the videos that he talks about me like that. Count them up. Put them in the comments down below.
There's a lot. And please subscribe. Keith would appreciate that.
Yeah,
very
ding
much,
that
right?
bell. Yep, that's for sure.
So tonight, let's talk about something called pure obsession. You've heard of compulsions. You've heard those kind of things.
Right.
So you have obsessions and compulsions. Let's talk tonight about pure O, just the obsessive part.
Okay, that should be interesting.
Stay tuned. We'll talk about it. In his book called MIndsight, Dr. Daniel Siegel, who's a psychologist who lives out in California, is a great guy. I encourage you to get the book. I'll put it in the link below down here. He was talking about this little girl who came to see him who had an obsession, several obsessions actually, just very, very fearful.
Okay.
You know what it's like when your kids are fearful.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
These parents got really concerned about their daughter. And it finally came to a head when she was at a birthday party for one of her friends, and she wouldn't even swim in the swimming pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the reason was that she had this fear that there could be sharks in the pool. And
oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Obviously there's going to be no sharks in the pool, but she did live in Southern California.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she also had a fear of forest fires, and she lived in Southern California.
Okay.
She also was afraid of running in the home because you might fall and could injure yourself on like the corner of the table. She was afraid to assist with meal preparation because you could cut yourself and die. It was
really obsessive.
Yeah, these obsessions were just making life very difficult for her.
Yeah.
So they brought her to see Dan. And so Dan learned that she liked dinosaurs. And so he says to her, dinosaurs had this part of their brain that we have as well. It's called the checker, is what he said, which is the emotional seat of the brain. And he called it the checker so that she could relate to it.
Right.
And he said, so years and years ago, this dinosaur, little baby girl dinosaur, would come up to the clearing, and she'd look to the left and she'd look to the right, looking for the saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, okay.
And then not seeing the saber-toothed tiger, she would go across the clearing, go to the lagoon, and get a drink of water. Okay. And then she would turn around and then look to the left and look to the right because the checker was telling her, be careful, look for the saber-toothed tiger.
Exactly, right.
And she would be safe. And then he said to her, what would happen to the baby dinosaur if her checker was not working? What do you think she said?
She said that she might get attacked by the saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she would have been extinct more quickly.
Exactly. That's right.
So he said, exactly. But because of the beauty of the checker, the baby dinosaur was kept safe. And he said to the little girl, you have a checker as well in your brain.
Okay.
And because your checker is working perfectly, it's keeping you safe. And actually, your checker is working way too well.
Right.
So he said, next time that your checker starts checking on you and telling you something, you can talk back to that checker and say, checker, thank you for looking out for me. Thank you for checking on me. I think that I can go ahead and help with meal preparation and cut up this food and do it safely. But even if I cut myself, my mom and my daddy, they'll make sure that I'm treated well and can even take me to the hospital for care if I need to.
Oh,
I'm going to be okay.
Right.
Or, checker, thank you for looking out for me, but I can see the bottom of the pool, and there's no sharks in this pool. So I'm very sure that I can put my feet in, and I can even jump in the water if I want to. Thank you for checking on me, but you're doing your job way too well, and you can take a break, and I'm quite sure I've got this. But thank you, checker.
Okay.
And from then on, she was able to talk back to her checker with a loving, caring voice and be able to do the things that she wanted to do.
That's a really neat way of looking at that.
It's a neat story that I've used kind of personally, but I use with a lot of clients over and over again to take care of that obsession, that pure O.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, if you would make some comments down below about things that you do to help you do things that are difficult or how you've overcome something. And if you like what we've done, please go ahead and subscribe.
Yep, and ding that bell so you're notified of upcoming episodes.
Thanks, everybody.
Until next time.
Did I tell you I realized today that I have a phobia? It's called a specific phobia in the literature, and I didn't realize that I had it until today.
What kind of phobia do you have?
I realized that I'm actually afraid of speed bumps.
I don't understand.
It's okay. I'm getting over it slowly.
You know, I go over speed bumps just normal speed. It just seems to work better. I think you get over things better if you just hit them full speed. Don't you think?
Sometimes.